All right. So the energy that the feminine is experiencing in May is temperance. Ooh la la. Excellent. What a wonderful card of balance and solidarity and union, body, mind, spirit in your everyday experience, feminine. You've come a long way. And balancing the different sides of your personality and your desires and areas of life, you are becoming a master. Look at her. Being illuminated and guided by your higher source, by your higher power, and knowing that that is where your strength lies. So good for you. I'm so happy to see that for you in your everyday experience. And the masculine has the divine lovers in reverse. So that's definitely a different experience on the masculine side, where there isn't this balance of the masculine and feminine energies. It's being upside down. Let me show you the Smith-Waite Tarot deck, the Centennial Edition. And this is one of the additional artwork cards that they include in this deck. And I like to call it the Divine Lovers card, the union of divine feminine and divine masculine within oneself. And as that experience, it reflects back, it mirrors back to you from your outer experience. So it seems that he is having a little bit of trouble, not trouble, just that's not in his everyday experience. So let's see what's in his subconscious, like what's going on. There's a longing that's happening, like for him in his subconscious area with the Two of Wands. He's looking out into the horizon outside of himself. It's almost like the drive is sort of in the wrong direction. I don't want to use the word wrong, but just outside of himself. He's being driven by these inner desires to find happiness outside of his heart center. And that's fine. That's okay. It's just not getting him what he wants. This true, solid sense of peace and joy and harmony in his outer worlds. It's disconcerted. It feels fragmented. Like he doesn't want to own certain parts of his history and his past to be integrated so that it's not a fragmented experience or shoved off to the side as something in his shadow. We all have it. It's very human. So I'm not trying to make the masculine wrong in having this experience. I'm just pointing out that that's what's going on for May. Let's move back over to the feminine side to see what's in her subconscious. The Knight of Pentacles. So funny. He keeps coming up in the subconscious feminine spot for the May Divine Love readings. This is the third time. It was definitely in the Cancer reading. And I think in the Taurus reading as well. So you might want to cross-watch those, even if they're not your moon and rising signs that you would normally watch. So this sense of, with the Knight of Pentacles in the feminine subconscious, this sense of being able to rely on her inner resources in ways that are established, in ways that she feels good about, in ways that feel familiar and solid and grounded. I feel like that is what is bubbling up into her everyday experience with the Temperance card in her conscious journey, is this sense of solid groundedness. And there could be a male earth sign that has affected her in this very positive manner that she's learned some wisdom from in her past that she's carrying forward. But this horse isn't moving. He is the largest horse. If you look in the tarot deck across the knights, they are all on horses, and this one is the most sturdy. He's the darkest one, and he's not moving. He's solid. He's sort of like a post on the ground there, looking out over the horizon with his companion holding the treasure and holding it out. Like, it's exposed, it's revealed, it's known. So it's like this coin has come out of the back of the horse's neck there for the rider to gaze upon it in glory and wonder and ownership of, you've gone through the dark parts, you've gone through the muck of your soul, you've mined in this alchemical process the treasure for the feminine. And that's a beautiful energy to have in your subconscious spot, you guys. All right, I'm going to leave that there. Let's move back over to the masculine in the conscious. Another masculine got that there. I'll have to look back, and I'll put that link in the description box below for you guys to cross-watch. The Cancer video, the Taurus video, and it could have been the Taurus video as well, where the masculine had this card, the Magician in reverse, in his conscious spot. Oh, masculine. What am I going to say again? He's not utilizing his innate power in the best and most highest way that he could be. He's not feeling empowered in this month of May. I'm sorry to say. I'm going to take a drink of water. Because it's not coming from within. Remember the Two of Wands in reverse, this sense of looking outside of himself, looking to activities or busyness or tasks that need to be completed, or even people in relationships that ultimately are not fulfilling his heart space in the way that understanding who he really is would allow him to experience. I hope that made sense. So self-love, essentially. I feel like he's looking for love outside of himself in all of the wrong places. And that's giving him an external experience of feeling disempowered and sort of spinning his wheels. This infinity symbol in reverse, it's like the cycle continues, but it's almost a moot point at this point. He's cycling through the same old habits and patterns, but it's not getting him different results. So I'll be curious to see what he brings to the feminine here. But let's move over to the feminine conscious position. The Two of Cups. Wow. Girlfriends. Wow. Okay, the Two of Cups. A beautiful shared energy card. And again, you have Two of Cups and the Temperance here. So it's like this inner harmony, this inner joy, this inner abundance that the feminine is able to experience in an internal manifested way. It manifests into her external experience as this beautiful exchange of emotions, of thoughts, of heartfelt desires here with the Two of Cups. And it is divinely ordained. I'm feeling like because the masculine over here is in his drudgery still, that she could be experiencing this not only in one single divine, like romantic sense, love experience, but through all of her relationships, and honoring the magnificence and recognizing the divinity in each and every one of her relationships, whether that be a friendship, in her family, acquaintances. It's like this balanced energy that the Gemini is settling into in the month of May is allowing for her to be experiencing love in her every day, from moment to moment, with whomever she chooses to share it with as a receptacle, and with herself too, most importantly. She's allowing her feminine to give to her masculine and vice versa in herself, in her inner experience, which then manifests in her outer experience. Let's see what the feminine brings to the masculine. Transformation card, death. So I feel that the feminine this month is leading by example. There isn't any fast action or communication towards the masculine, or pointing fingers or shame or guilt or wronging him for being in his experience over here, but staying grounded and centered and solid in her knowing that she's on this beautiful right path, is going to be providing this divine partnership, this union, her soulmate, her twin flame, an opportunity for transformation by softly, not even outwardly, by softly leading by example in how she's living her life and how she's choosing to use her communication. Her words are very concise and poignant and loving, because this loving kindness in her heart for herself is so gentle and so compassionate that bubbles over to how she is relating and regarding and communicating with, even if it's on a psychic level, if it's not in the written word or communicating over the phone or on text or email or in person. This experience can be had on more an etheric level. And there's power in that, since we are all connected. He'll pick up on that vibe. Seeing these two suns here, and it's always hard to tell whether they're rising or setting. I feel like in these two cards, they're setting. I'll show you close. See the sun here and the sun here. So I'm getting this sense of like putting to rest old ego battles. The sun rules our personality and our inner drive and the personality that we put forth into the world. I feel like there's a putting to bed, a putting to rest, some old egoic energies for the feminine Gemini for the month of May. And only in the best possible way do I say that. It's like there's no swords here. There's no arguing. There's no fighting. The thoughts are very kind and gentle and have been transformed in a way that there is no more argumentativeness. The feminine is residing in a very lovely, peaceful, joyous energy in May. I love seeing that. Let's move back over to what the masculine brings to the feminine. The Queen of Pentacles. Interesting. So in this etheric, transformative, soft, loving, kind energy communication that's happening on more of a subtle level, I feel. It's not direct. I don't feel the throat chakra is being vocalized between the two of you right now. But he gets it. It's almost like she's more infusing him with this energy, and the Queen is facing the masculine side of, look, darling, look what you can have. Look at what is within. And it's almost like this Knight of Pentacles is appearing, that coin is appearing over here. And the feminine witnessing or understanding that this is what the masculine is going through in May. It's like her witnessing that allows him to be in this Queen of Pentacles energy anyway, despite him looking without. It's almost like he wants to be able to bring this Queen of Pentacles energy to her, this softness, but it's like he's still trying to work out how that particular pentacle on his table of tools is in his power. So it's like he's sitting with it. She's not moving. And again, she is looking back at the masculine side. So it's not, it's like this subtle experience happening in the month of May between the two of you. I might come back to that card, but I'm going to leave it. Let's flip over the conjoined outcome card for the masculine and the feminine for Gemini. The Ace of Cups. Beautiful. Hallelujah. Thank goodness. I feel like towards the end of the month, because, and there are no swords. The only sword in this, it's on the masculine side and it's lying down on the table. Like nobody's picking up their sword in their hands in this reading. That through the feminine's experience of being so imbalanced within herself, I feel like towards the end of the month, they're able to share that as a unit together, as an experience, as a dual give and take experience. But I don't feel like it's forced. I don't feel like either of the parties are emphatically stating what their desires are towards one another. I feel like it's a very separate, individualized experience, yet they're still affecting one another. How could they not? I mean, we're all so connected on such a deep level. There's no escaping it. Ace of Cups, the one cup. And it's divinely blessed with this dove here and the offering. And it's a continuous outpouring of authenticity, of divinity, of wanting to give back. It's this flowing, this outpouring outward of love that bubbles up from within. Like that fountain is, you don't see where it's coming from. It's this really sacred place within each of you that makes this possible. Okay, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you guys. Let's do this one by Alana Fairchild, the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle. So I invite you guys to subscribe and hit the notification button if you haven't already. Like and share and comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And I'll try to remember to post those videos in the description box for you. I'll remember. I'm good like that. Okay, this one. Ooh. Sacred Falcon shows the way. Very white. I'll read to you the poem and the guidance. My wisdom is embodied in nature. I speak to you through the language of the natural world. You will understand my guidance for you as you trust in your observations of nature. Look for my signs. My language is symbolic, humorous, clear, and loving. I talk to you every day, my divine wild child. Within you are the wild instincts and loving intuitions that can recognize my signs, the presence of my guiding hand. I am speaking to you. Look, listen, believe. That's exactly the energy that I was picking up on throughout this whole reading. It's like when I said there's no swords, or the only one is in the Magician card and it's lying down. Nobody has the sword in their hand. The language, the words is symbolic. Like I feel like a lot of, most of the love communicated between the two of you this month is through symbols. So the oracle is saying, pay attention.